Hello! Welcome back to Spirit Guide Tarot. My name is Anya Light. I love you guys, and I really feel like the days that I get to tune in for you all and share readings are the happiest days of my life. I just want you to know that. All right, here we go with some Palo Santo. So here on the channel, as a reminder, I offer general readings, which means some of the story that I share may resonate and some may not. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And also these are timeless readings, not connected to any specific dates. Okay, so today's reading is going to be a little different. I'm going to try a little experiment and tell me in the comments what you think about this way of doing readings. But normally before I hit record, I do like a pre-shuffle and I pull a couple cards just to start to feel into the story of where you guys are at. But today I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go into this completely blind and just like, so I don't know what this reading is about at all. Literally have no idea. So let's figure this out together in real time. All right. So calling in our spirit guides, spirit guide team, angels, ascended masters, please bring us the message that will be for our highest and greatest good. You're going through a period of growth, my friend. In this particular deck, there is like a little story associated with each card, like a little fable. Really interesting deck. The Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, one of my favorite decks. Oh, one time, as a side note, I wanted to really show my love for a friend, so I gave them this deck, but then I really regretted it, so I promptly bought it back again for myself because I was like, I can't live without this deck. But in the story that Tori shares in the guidebook, it's kind of it's an odd story. It's a story about a person who faces a ton of challenges in their life, like really, really hard challenges, really difficult things. And it's actually in the story, the person transitions. They leave their body and go on to the next life. But it's a happy ending because all the people that were touched by this person's bravery and courage and growth and willingness to heal and change themselves, it was so inspiring to all the people that this person left behind when they transitioned. And in the end of the story, everyone's getting together to share stories about this brave soul that just departed. So what I'm tuning into is feeling, like maybe you're not realizing how much you're affecting other people in a good way. Maybe you are feeling a bit isolated from people and kind of like have some thoughts of self-doubt of like, am I really making an impact? Is what I'm doing worth it? Like, is it actually affecting anyone positively? And those feelings of self-doubt can be really difficult. But, I'm really feeling like I want to just let you know that you are having a huge impact because of your bravery. That's the word that I'm really keyed in on in this moment is bravery. Like you are going against the grain of our society in so many ways. If you're even watching a tarot reading like this, which is untraditional, right? I'm not sitting here telling you what your future is going to be. I'm not sitting here promising you your star-crossed lover is going to appear tomorrow and you're going to start making millions of dollars, all that garbage and baloney. No, you're here to grow. You're here with me to grow. So just to like offer some, I'm giving you a hug and a pat on the back right now in this moment to reassure you, like you are doing incredible work right now, my friend, incredible work. And those thoughts of self-doubt, you can release them because those thoughts of thoughts of self-doubt belong to the past. That's your past. That self-doubt voice, that's your past. Your future and your present moment, thoughts of encouragement. And I really feel like you are doing really beautiful inner child healing work right now, really beautiful affirmation work, rewiring, restructuring your brain right now to a higher octave. Yeah. And you are releasing this Eight of Swords energy, which is the energy of fear. I just recorded a video for my other YouTube channel. My other channel is called Anya Light Healing. Go check that out if you haven't checked it out yet. I'll link it up here somewhere. But I just recorded this. I told the story of this time in my life when I thought I was going to die and what I did with that fear and how I transformed it. And I feel like you're doing something similar every day in small ways, like throughout your day. It's like the moments when fear comes and you have the choice to like run with that fear, make the fear worse, spiral into more and more fear, or to stop, breathe, and be like, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm just not going to go there. Because why? What's the point of feeling that fear? Like, how is that fear going to help me? Right? So I think you're doing like a really incredible job with observing your thoughts and really just allowing yourself to step into that greater sense of peace that you deserve. And when those disappointments, rejections come in your life, those things that we don't want to come, which come for all of us in the human journey, right? Life is not supposed to be rainbows and roses all the time, or else we would never learn anything. When those moments come, when we feel rejection, when we feel loss, when we feel pain, when we feel suffering, right? How can we transform those things into the gold that makes us spiritually wise and aware? And you're doing that work right now. You're doing such a great job right now. Yeah, I feel like this message today is a lot about encouragement for you, that you are doing an amazing job. Look at this confirmation. 6 of Wands, 6 of Fire, success. This is you. This is you riding the tiger. Yeah, riding the tiger into your spiritual awakening journey. Letting go of thoughts of fear, because that's your past. So what might be a challenge for you lately? What might be a challenge for you lately? Trusting your instincts more. Okay, so I've been getting this message a lot lately. And I really feel like I'm talking to a collective who is really serious about honing their intuition, right? You know, if you've been asking yourself, is now the time to take that class on whatever spiritual tool, topic, increasing your trust in your psychic abilities, which we all have, by the way. We all are psychic. It's just society knocked that out of us. But I feel like there's people out there that need to hear this. Like, you've been contemplating maybe taking a Reiki training or going deeper into the real spiritual meaning of yoga, right? Taking yoga off the mat and into chanting Sanskrit, or learning mystical rituals from Hinduism, or, anything, like following the more mystical sides of things, right? Maybe you were raised in a Jewish household, for example, and now you're starting to be like, I'm interested in the Kabbalah. So maybe I feel like I'm talking to a couple people out there, like you've been toying with an idea of like taking a class or being mentored by a new guide, And I want to encourage you to just go for that, go for it right now, because it's a really good time for that. On the date I'm recording this, it's actually, there was a new moon yesterday. Sometimes I record these messages in advance and then post them later based on when Spirit tells me they need to go out into the world. But there was a new moon recently, and that energy carries into this reading today whenever you are finding this, even if the new moon is not anytime near you at this time. But that energy is inherent in this reading. This new moon energy here that I'm channeling is like an excellent time for that. So yeah, I think you're ready for it. I think it would be a great idea. And the Five of Swords is letting me know that like you are seeing beyond the illusions of the mind at this point. Like the conflict that we have with others and with ourselves are based on false ideas. Plain and simple. So you are rising above that. You are questioning these ideas that society has taught us. And you're really, really, really wanting to trust yourself, your intuition, your own intuition more. Woo, dropping cards. Where'd that go? Ooh, oh, I like what I'm seeing on the ground there. Wow. Integration. You're in a process, my friend, of integration. Of melding the yin and the yang, of melding the masculine and the feminine, of melding the sun and the rain, of melding the moon and the sun, of finding wholeness within yourself. And this is such a beautiful journey because it takes us into the heart of Source. The heart of Source. So as you learn to trust yourself, there's going to be people, situations, and things that you're going to be compelled. You're going to be urged to release. And that's going to feel bittersweet. Sweet as in you're ready for the new, but bitter as in, it is not easy to let go of old ideas, people, places, and things that just don't resonate with the higher version, the higher timeline that we're on. But we can do this. We can do this. Absolutely. We surely can. Wow. This is such, going back to that first card I drew, the growth card, that about sums it up. You're growing right now so fast. And if it feels too fast, you are being strengthened and you have everything that you need within you to work with, to integrate what you're learning right now. Yeah, letting go. I'll end on this note, which is that I feel like you are standing on the edge of this new chapter of your life. And there's just a few more things that Spirit is guiding you to let go of. Maybe they're old habits, old attachments, old friendships, even maybe things connected to your work that just doesn't resonate anymore with you. And as you dig deep within yourself and find the courage to release these things, that courage, that muscle of courage that you're working out, that you're building and growing, that's your foundation upon which you build your life, your daily life. It's like the foundation of the house is your courage. And when you can do hard things, when you can let things go, because most people, they're content to stay in outdated versions of themselves. But you are not. But as you build that muscle of courage, of bravery, to step into the unknown, that foundation, that grounding feeling that you have under your feet, that propels you upward. it lets you feel safe, even in the most peculiar of upgrades, you know, because sometimes in the spiritual journey, we explore new realms of consciousness that are so beautiful and so light, but also the ego can get a little freaked out. Like, oh, like, is it okay that I'm feeling this much joy and this much bliss? Is this like safe? Right? And that question of, is it safe? That question will dissolve as we step into our innate safety every day with this foundation of courage and bravery that you have instilled and cultivated within yourself. That you know that anything that can come forward at you, you got it. You can handle it. Even if it's death. You're like, well, I sometimes when I'm driving down a really fast highway, you know, and I almost get in a car accident, and then I reflect later like, wow, I almost died. You know, it doesn't bring fear to my heart. It brings joy. It's like, I still get to be here, right? And even in that moment of like the car is swerving towards me, sometimes I'm literally giggling out loud because I'm like, well, maybe I'm about to die. You know, it's so funny when we can feel joy and even bliss in moments that otherwise might freak us out. And that's your legacy. That's the legacy you're leaving for your children, for your students, for whoever you're working with, your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends. That's your legacy that you're leaving behind, you know? Your life is deeply meaningful. And you're on the right track. Beautiful growth you're going through, my friend. Beautiful growth. All right. Let me know in the comments below if you resonated with this way of me doing readings where I just sort of dive in without knowing what it's about, or it felt a little kind of, I don't know, this reading kind of felt kind of chaotic and all over the place, but like in a fun way. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this reading. I love you so much, and I will see you again very soon in the next video tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.